Okay, the Lord is leading me to just simply elaborate just for love's sake and give you more support of what I'm trying to tell you about demons and families. Ancient Israel, a horrible example of these sorrows. The tribe of Benjamin was nearly wiped out. Why? Because they defended a group of men that were practicing open gang rape and killed a woman and raped her all night. One of the very tribes of Benjamin was nearly wiped out to just 400 males. Everyone else was killed. The men actually had to go and find wives from other people. Okay, why? Because they refused to condemn a quote-unquote doomers, a group of men that were like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, that took a woman that was someone else's wife and raped her all night and killed her. And so when the rest of the nation came, they wouldn't do it. This is the kind of thing I'm trying to tell you. Okay. As much as I love the Jews, but the problem is, scripturally, the scriptures called you basically as the same time what happened with the Jews, and it continues to happen with the Christians. As I've discussed before, God told the Jews that when they went into Palestine, all these nations, they need to wipe out. Why? They were the seed of Shemzaza that took over the area when Sheikh al-Shaddai walked away, because they chose to have his rule. And they were blended in, they were mixed, they were completely polluted. What happened? In the end, these people polluted the Jews, got them in all kinds of trouble, wiped them out. Okay, it's about taking personal responsibility. It's not about being self-righteous. Everybody's done it. You don't have a right to be an anti-Semite because you're damned. Okay, if you hate the Jews' guts, well, you're damned. But the point is this: all of the families of the earth, every nation has seemed to have some kind of guilt with this area. So it's not about the Jews. Well, they're a prime example of the problem. They're not the only. The blacks have done it. The whites have done it. Europe has done it. This is the problem. It's not about being an anti-Semite. It's the fact that you have to face the fact that everybody's not your friend. Okay, it's a basic fundamental issue. And when doom-runes clench you, their clincher, see, we're all white. It's a doom-rune statement. When the doom-runes use that in America, and so what happens, as I've detailed, they have continued to, as ugly people, because in the ugly person statement, in the end, who is their target? The superior seed whites. Many of these white families have been plotting on you superior seed whites for millennia from Europe. They've been waiting, they've been licking their chops for millennia to get at you superior seed people, male and female, okay? This is what you Caucasians need to face, is what's going on in America. This has been their killing field and their feasting ground for many of you superior seed whites from Europe and blacks. They have plotted on you all for millennia, and me, okay? This isn't paranoia, this is reality, okay? Face it, okay? And that's why we have the two-facedness that goes on in our country, okay? The ones that believe in the documents and live by it, and then the ones that hide behind it as a ruse, who will constantly stab you in the back. The Joabs, when they come after Abner, he's jealous. Then he's calling Mesa, because you're jealous, okay? The Cain, as I said. And the thing is like this: Abel was not guilty. The problem is, when Abel is told in full that Cain is jealous of you and wants to kill you, you keep putting up with him, then you're guilty, okay? Then you will be completely condemned because you're cognizant. It's first-degree murder of your own self by the hand of someone else, okay? You basically are going to get condemned, and you will be in the abyss with that person. This is my point, okay? So I'm telling you reality. In law enforcement, what would they condemn you for? What? Say if you're a convicted felon, associating with these people, when it's a condition of your parole, you're not allowed to be with them anymore, okay? Or you can be complicit by association, okay? Complicity can be associated with guilt. Just standing around and being around the wrong people can put you in all kinds of trouble. It's just that simple. It doesn't have to be a death. Just associating with these people and having your stance degraded, susceptible to the negative influence of other people. It's all in the same vein, okay? And as I said, with the word crucify in Joist, there's a million different ways to crucify a person. It may not be literal, okay? It may be figurative. It's a different way of gnawing on someone's bones, okay? There's a lot of different ways to eat people. The redneck and the southerners have found a lot of different ways of us blacks eat them, okay? And they still won't do right. It's because they're damnable. What the scripture call about them? They never come to the knowledge of the truth. They're always learning, okay? They can intellect with you, but when it comes to the crux, what? They won't admit they're not your friend. Sometimes it's just being honest with you that we ain't cool, that you have to make the move to leave them alone. That's what I do, okay? And you have to put them on blast, okay? And if you don't, they will never. Why? Because they don't want you to. Because Cain wants to kill Abel, okay? So Cain's not going to tell Abel he's going to kill him. Abel will kill Cain. So I'm going to smile on your face until I can just get to you. And like I said, there's a lot more different ways they can kill you financially, kill you sexually, make you age, kill you psychologically, kill you emotionally, kill your motivation. There's a lot of different ways to kill people. That's a Quark statement. It doesn't have to be literal murder, okay? But this is what the envious and the ugly do to the pretty, okay? And the better and more righteous people like me, if you're not on guard and dealing with it and confronting with it, they'll take it out. And then yet, because of the power, they've messed me over anyway. I've never really been willing to tolerate it. But because I've had to deal with a family that put up with it, and people in the neighborhood that were stupid, I've had to deal with what? The swept away effect. When you sweep away moist and dry, like as I discussed, what's that mean? Moist and dry is like a woman's vagina, where the man is just going to penetrate you, whether you're dry and saying no, or whether you're wet and eager. They don't give a crap. This is how demons operate. They're called roots that bear gall and wormwood, okay? They're the ones the scripture calls that he says God's anger and jealousy smokes against these men. And every curse in the scripture lies upon them, and the Lord blots their name out from under heaven. The problem is this: when you don't take the proper steps to deal with these kind of people, like the Jews did when Quark came up, they were victims because they let Korah fool them. Korah was envious, doomer seed. Okay, he despised the Jews and their God. He didn't want anything to do with it, but because he got in the Jews' head, he got a lot of them destroyed by God. Why? Because they directly spoke to God inside of a Korah and not with God. Okay, and I think they were completely deceived and deluded. But in the moment of decision, they made a bad decision and got destroyed. This is the constant problem, and it doesn't have to be God destroying you. These doomers are the ones who will destroy you. Okay, so basically makes you an enemy of your own soul and God and soul creation. Why? Because you're siding with people that hate your guts, that aren't your friends, and you're being gullible and stupid, and you're tolerating this. Okay, when the pretty person inside gets killed by the ugly, it's a folly. Wish it when you do it deliberately. When you're a willing victim, when you want to be a sacrificial lamb, a scapegoat, a burnt offering, a ram in the thicket, a punching bag, and a catharsis. Okay, for someone who wants to play you like that, and you do it deliberately, you're condemned just for being stupid. It's just called being stupid. It's odious to the gods. It's odious to man and God. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you all need to think about. Okay, confront the issues. Look into what I say. Research it. Okay, look into what I say. Okay, don't be a jackass mocker. Look into the facts. Research, check the facts. And don't just say you did, do it, okay? Don't be dismissive, deal with the situation. Because this is life. The cops will tell you, when you associate with criminals, we're going to think you're a criminal. You hang with drug dealers, well, it's the same thing. Law enforcement will tell you. I grew up living under a police officer, so I know some, okay? I'm confronting myself as my child, dealing with the wrong kind of people. That's what you look like, okay? Even then, you're killing your reputation. You're killing your life. Because you're getting associated with some kind of person. This is life. Confront it. Everyone's not your friend.